Pokemon, otherwise known as Pocket Monsters, is a Japanese media franchise that started out as video games but has expanded into trading cards, television shows, movies, and plenty of merchandise. Created by Satoshi Tajiri and developed by Game Freak, the original Pokemon games, Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green, released on February 27, 1996 in Japan. These games were later improved and released internationally as Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue, leaving Green as a Japanese exclusive game. Due to the popularity, the company would make numerous more generations of games, but none had challenged the formula of a Pokemon game up until that point more than Generation 7, Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon, released on November 18, 2016. This led to plenty of new avenues the games were able to go down, leaving players excited for what's next to come. The bare-bones idea of the Pokemon games is the player's character is a brand new Pokemon trainer who sets out to defeat the region's gym leaders to earn badges. This will then grant them access to battle top trainers in the region, known as the Elite Four and the Champion, and then potentially become the champion themselves. This is the formula that all previous generations of Pokemon had embodied, especially Red, Blue, and Green, as they were the originating point of this gameplay. While Sun and Moon did keep the essence of the original formula, the context of which it was in had been drastically changed. The Sun and Moon games had taken place in the region of Alola, heavily inspired by the Hawaiian Islands. Instead of a gym challenge in the Elite Four, there was an island challenge in the Grand Trials. Instead of battling against a gym leader to earn a badge, the player fought against the totem Pokemon to earn a Z-Crystal. Speaking of Z-Crystals, this was a continuation and extension of a gimmick added in Generation 6, Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. X and Y had added a feature that would allow for more possibilities during gameplay, an item that caused certain Pokemon to evolve past their final form, called Mega Evolution. This started a trend of modern Pokemon games having some sort of gimmick similar to Mega Evolution. Sun and Moon did bring over Mega Evolution, but it also added Z-Crystals, which when paired properly to a Pokemon, it gave them a special, more powerful move that could be used once during battle called a Z-move. While this mechanic built off an idea train started in X and Y, Sun and Moon did have its own original gimmick as well, regional forms of Pokemon. The idea behind regional forms of Pokemon was taking Pokemon that already existed and changing their design and typing to become unique or fresh again, being referred to as its Alolan form. One of the most popular examples of this was Raichu, the evolution of the series mascot Pikachu. Raichu was originally a pure electric type, but in the region of Alola, Raichu is an electric psychic type and has a brand new design. This brought a whole new wave of excitement to the games, as this trend was brought on to all future Pokemon games, leaving players to wonder about what Pokemon will get in new forms next. Although there have been plenty of game adjustments over the lifespan of the Pokemon franchise, none have been quite as powerful as the ones in Sun and Moon. These changes were completely refreshing for the player base, a welcome deviation from the typical gameplay of a Pokemon game. Many people look back fondly at the Sun and Moon games, just as they do the original Red, Blue, and Green. For many, this brought a new spark to their love of the franchise, and also made them appreciate the roots of the game as well.